It's the place to be, you're gonna get to know. Restaurants and movies appear, amusement parks and ocean piers, boardwalk built and loved by family. Atlantic City's face, a changing place, time to lead the way. You wanna see the old become the new, remember yesterday. Rolling chairs and trolley cars, Ferris wheels and movie stars, boardwalk built and loved by family. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground. Atlantic City star shines near and far, you can see its glow. You get some sand in your shoes, shells in your hand, it's the place to go. Beauty pageants and parades, cotton candy taffies made, boardwalk built and loved by families. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground.
Well, hello, I'm Joseph Polillo. This is John Polillo.
Welcome back.
I'm the host, and he's also the host of the Postcard Show.
And I hope you found us. We're on a new channel now, channel 22, every Sunday morning at 10:30 because the cable company changed the cables.
To get a better reception, WWAC TV in the suburban Atlantic City area is now 22. The rest of the channels in South Jersey, of all the different cables that there are, that would be, I might as well give you this, it's very important to us. Suburban's going to 22, Werner cable stays on 14, Shore cable stays on 51, Garden State cable 62, Comcast 61. That's the Postcard Show. And the show, we're getting a lot of feedback. As a matter of fact, right now, you may have seen this feature in the paper already. The press photographer is here taking a picture of us on the set to publicize the history of Atlantic City in this show. John, yes.
Well, we'd like to tell you, if you get confused by what we just told you, we know that you can find all this information in the TV Atlantic. They actually, on their own, ran an ad for this show and this station all on their own and not asking anything. They did it for about 4 months and we found out about it. So what we try to do is we try to reciprocate to the owner of that. We have to remind you that we're going to channel 22 next time. That's one of the problems we had because they're changing the channel that we're on.
I heard a lot of people, if I'm to interrupt you, enjoy the new time at 10:30 a.m. because they want to watch football without interruption.
Hey, wait a minute, that's John Dewey there, isn't it?
John Dewey, famous Atlantic City person.
All right, Don Dunleavy's daughter owns a cigar store.
Yeah, cigar store, TV Atlantic. Greg Weintraub and his staff have been very gracious to us, gratis-wise, and that's why we give it back.
All right, here's what we're going to do today. You ready?
I'm ready.
It's a tribute to Russell Levan,
Whitey, the author.
the author of This Is Atlantic City. He was Mr. Beachfront, I call him in my own mind, because he had all the concessions of the beach chairs and umbrellas and cushions and chairs and sunbathing all up and down Atlantic City in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and actually set up Chicken Bone Beach to have a comfortable beach for the...
This tribute to Whitey Levan shows his cover, We're Going Large, and that's how we're going to... That is the front cover of Whitey Levan's book. If you notice, it's just like one of the little packages of postcards that you could buy along the beach and boardwalk front.
Right, that's what it looked like.
The 50s, that's the 40s, 50s. Very
It's like
nice.
a box of saltwater taffy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's great. That's the standard of all time.
Let's show Whitey's beach chair concession.
Whitey Levan, Russell Levan, came here in the 20s, and he was Mr. Beach Chair Concessionaire. He, from the X where your thumb is, right there. Leave it where it is, from where you just had your thumb, all the way up to the pier, from there all the way across. Mr. Levan had the beach chair concessions of cabanas and chairs and umbrellas. And of course, we know what the beachfront was for. If you guys want to get a glimpse of what our mother looked like, Joe and John's mother here, there she is. Okay, in Atlantic City. She was born and raised here, and so...
This is how organized the beach was lined up with beach chair concessions. It's absolutely beautiful.
No dunes, huh?
No dunes. There were never any dunes. I don't know where FEMA got the idea that we needed them. I think they destroyed the beach,
They got it from Brigadoon.
Yeah, they got it from somewhere in their imagination, but there's how the beach looked. This is Mr. Levan's beach chair concession on Chicken Bone Beach beside $1 Million Pier. Whoops.
There you go.
There it is there. You can see how that boardwalk wrapped up town like that. And you can see all the piers.
AC by the sea. Here is a firehouse. Mr. Levan in his book does name people, places, and things.
Arctic in Maryland. That's the first piece of city property ever owned by the city of Atlantic City.
Still on.
And then we'll show you a real packed beach. Show them that beach.
Here's how uptown was before the Brigantine jetty went in. John's pet peeve. We have a beach.
There's the Hines Pier. Did they really party around that pier? I'll tell you. They were pickled. All of them. Look at that beach chair concession. Look at that. This is Massachusetts to what?
Maryland,
New Jersey?
Yeah.
Then Garden Pier went in here?
How about between the piers, the concession between the piers that Whitey Levan ran?
That's their beach chair concession. I think that's where George McCabe worked that particular set years later.
Rolling chairs always set up on the boardwalk. Very beautiful there.
That's right outside $1 Million Pier at Arkansas in the Wood.
Hello.
It's $1 Million Pier, Arkansas in the Boardwalk.
Where do you see this photo now? Is everybody sitting down?
These little slot machines are early and illegal.
Okay, what? Boom. Hello, look at that.
It's $1 Million Pier from the Missouri Avenue side, which this here is all Ocean One now. You can see the Warner Theater here.
Oh, Pennyland. Remember Pennyland?
Yeah.
Beside a Steeplechase Pier.
Actually, that's Steel Pier, S-T-E-A, S-T-E-A.
That's right.
This is the beach chair concession where we started working ourselves, the beach chairs at Steel Pier, Virginia Avenue in 1960, 61, and 62.
Hello. Cabanas.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
I think so. It's pretty good, and you could get service down the beach. There's service for you at the cabana, telephone.
That's in front of the Ritz-Carlton. There's the ambassador in the background.
Tremendous. This is Whitey's book. Every photograph in here is from Mr. Russell Levan's book.
Right. $40. Get up to the Atlantic City Museum and buy them. I heard there's only 5 left.
Put your orders in.
That's right. Hurry up and get these, because if you were here in the 30s and 40s and went horseback riding at this particular gentleman's place, I forgot the name of this guy. If you pull some out, you could read the name of his horse thing, whatever it was. What was it called?
Rainbow Stadium or something?
No, I don't know what it was. Let me back it up one thing just for these people to find out the name of this particular guy's place. Joe Benner's.
Joe Benner, okay.
That's right.
There's in front of the... Look at that clock. Remember them Inquirer clocks?
Yeah, the Inquirer clocks. There's the shot. See these little pony carts? That was beautiful, wasn't it?
Here's a feature of Atlantic City all time. James's saltwater taffy. Why is it saltwater taffy?
Because they had a flood and the guy was all soaked with salt water and he sold them anyway.
What famous Atlantic City person as a teenager started out as an usher in that famous theater there?
I have no idea.
Oh, man.
The Virginian, I don't know.
Me.
Oh, you?
Come on.
That's right. He got a job there in one summer, and I think they ran Irma La Deuce all summer long.
Some like it hot.
Right.
There you go. The
Look at that.
Warner.
There's
The
Sherwin-Williams Cover the Earth sign, the Warner Theater.
Another great feature and long-lasting name still on the boardwalk in many locations, Frailinger's. Isn't that something?
It's Frailinger's, yes it is. That's where my mother worked in 1949, 50, and 51 at Frailinger's.
Oh, then that's got to be
I remember being babysat, and my aunt would take us over there,
over there.
right over here to the side door, and we'd go in while my mother was working.
Arkansas in the boardwalk.
All right, there's the $1 million pier.
You can tell we're from Atlantic City. Why? Why can you
Because
tell?
you got to say it's Arkansas Avenue.
That's right.
And why? Because the railroad station was on that street, and if anybody came over to you and said, do you know where Arkansas Avenue or Arkansas Avenue was, you knew they weren't from here, because we used the code word Arkansas, which actually lets you know that they weren't from here if they said Arkansas Avenue.
Isn't that something?
There's the getting ready for the nighttime traffic where they put out all the chairs. They all sit along the boardwalk like this.
Tremendous.
There's the arcade building in front of Haddon Hall.
And I'm glad they did away with these. I could see selling something once in a while from Miss America, but not the whole
Yeah, they
big
were ugly.
pieces of building right in the middle.
Look at what you got here. You got Renault's bottle, which they put out on the White Horse Pike somewhere years later.
Oh, it's still out there.
All right.
Whale and Drugs, no relation.
Here's Chief Two Moon's Herbal Essence store here. This is Kentucky to Illinois.
Hello.
There's a Miss America pageant. They used to get $6 a seat for these chairs until CRETA or SID put that ice rink in the middle of this plaza and ruined all the revenue.
That may be Mr. Levan selling the newspapers right there.
All right, that may be him right there. He didn't tell us yet. But this is between States and Delaware Avenue, Clavy's.
Now let's watch a pavilion and go under to the bathhouse.
Right, this is the Richards Baths, I presume.
Who was Richards? A
Well, he
governor
opened
or
the
a senator?
I don't know.
Governor or
Well-
senator of New Jersey.
What made this pavilion different is that these are rocking chairs up here.
Okay, well, it was a health resort, and many people came from across the world to come to Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Right, Vermont in the Boardwalk. This is Vermont Apartments. This is the store that was there. Ann King used to hang out in there.
Can you tell them where that is? I
Don't
don't.
let them look at it for a while. That's Garden Pier. The typewriter was in there. This is the steps down onto the beach at
I think that's
Connecticut Avenue. Now the terracotta roofs.
Okay.
There's Garden Pier, Underwood typewriter.
Where's this?
That's Hackney's. That's how you went up to Hackney's and got on that sailboat. They had a pier out in front of Hackney's.
In the Absecon Inlet, right?
Into the inlet. This is a shadow of Hackney's seafood restaurant.
Hello.
Mammy's, Steeplechase Pier.
Mammy's, how I love you, how I
My
love
Core Brothers went in there years later.
you. Okay. Here's the other side where Denny McSweeney and all them guys worked, right?
That's right. Eddie Burns was in Steel Fudge. Dennis McSweeney, Connie Rosino had the ball throwing thing. Here's
Hello.
Mammy's. There it is. Look at that.
Okay, Mammy's.
That's a shot of Steeplechase Pier.
That was the
Mammy's.
theme of the movie, is that right?
Right, now before you show that picture, I want to tell
Oh,
people,
yeah. Get ready.
before you could drink booze, it was illegal under Prohibition, and you had to sneak and drink liquor. The way you'd smoke a joint in the 60s or something, you had to hide where they'd lock you up. Now, here's what some of the speakeasies to the bathhouses and under the boardwalk.
Whoops. Is that where the song came from?
Yeah, well, there it is, and you can see them coming out of the Virginia Baths. As you went under here, all the way back into the middle of the block, there was all bathhouses.
What
and
street's that?
That's Virginia Avenue and the boardwalk.
All right, then what street's this?
Kentucky
Avenue
That's
on the
Kentucky
boardwalk.
Avenue and the boardwalk. They're under here. They've got tables and chairs and sodas and hot dogs. And actually what they called them were summer submarine grills.
Back to Cornblaws.
Well, this is Cornblaws right here. This is Cornblaws Restaurant under the boardwalk selling their sodas and hot dogs. Here's the Virginia Theater and Tompkins Restaurant as well. And they're under here
Submarine.
eating.
Here's the dugout.
No, this is Child's. This is the one under the Child's Restaurant. And you can see how it was. They had a floor. They had everything. They sold you the food. You went under there on a rainy day. You couldn't move in that place. There it is, the Submarine Grill. What people don't understand is they used to have sandwiches under here, and they used to call them submarines. And what happened was when the White House opened, they called their submarine, and it took off. That was it.
Under the boardwalk.
There it is. Look at that room. That's under the Child's Restaurant. Submarine Grill.
We have more.
South Carolina in the boardwalk.
We're going to keep turning. We got a whole other side.
All right,
to do
here's
with every one
Maryland
of
in the
these pages.
boardwalk. Here's Maryland in the boardwalk. Over here is Eastman Kodak and Freund Brothers Opticians before they moved down the Presbyterian Pacific or Kentucky Pacific as well. And this is the WPA project, building the lifeguard tent.
Well, they only built one of them, and then
Right.
it's disappeared, right?
There's the Ritz Convention Hall under here. Four brothers. Jerry Blavat used to give dances in there. Here's the Ritz-Carlton and the Ambassador.
Okay, go Johnny, go. Hey, where's that? There's the rolling chair company itself. How about that?
That is it. What's that there? Schill.
Schill rolling chair
Right, this
company.
is now Duke Max.
Hello.
So this block is empty.
Boy, you know your city, man.
You know, I've been around here a while. What's that? That's
Virginia?
Virginia Avenue in the Boardwalk.
This is like wintertime when they changed the chairs to face the sun.
Oh, this is Chelsea Avenue. That was Don Goff's brother. I forgot his name, but the
Oh.
Goff family owned this particular beach chair concession. It's winter. They're facing west. And
All right, here's three McCoys.
who do
Three
you
McCoys. Whitey Levan with the glasses. Point.
Hold still. Let me get to it. That's Mo.
No?
That's former Mayor Jackson, Commissioner.
Yeah.
And
Whitey Russell Levan, the author and person who put this book together.
right, he showed it to you, the 30s and 40s. There's no doubt. And he even goes back further to where they were training the Miss America horses down south before they came up here.
Mr. Levan is up in age. We invited him to show today. If he's here at the end of the show, we'll introduce him to you.
Here is the diving horse practicing in a tub somewhere out in the countryside. Here it is here coming out of the tank, and then they brought it to the Steel Pier Act.
Wild hearts can't be broken. They shoot horses, don't they?
It's just an old flick here of the Boardwalk. We wanted to show this picture because the light standers are going right down the middle of the Boardwalk at Boardwalk and Park Place. And these are some of what the homes look like along the streets. There's a very old picture. We don't know how these are coming up, but where is that?
That's somewhere on the ball, but here's even older. Some things are beyond description.
Right, some are really old here.
There's an old hotel in the 1870s.
If you want to get a better look at these, you have to buy this book. Go up to the Garden Pier and ask for this book. Look at this, Virginia Avenue in the Boardwalk in like 1870 or something. Look at that boy. This is Taj Mahal's over the top of all this right now.
1857, 3 years after incorporation as a city.
Look at that.
Pardon? There it is, the United States Hotel in the background.
Here's North Carolina and Atlantic. The train station is right here where my pen is, and the train, to get you off it, then they pull it through to the United States Hotel and let you go in here at Maryland and Atlantic. So you can see it, North Carolina and Atlantic is how it exactly looked to you right there. There's the United States
He's one
Hotel.
of the founders of the city here.
Right, who's he?
Leeds, there he is, that's him. With
Is that
the beard.
Leeds on the left?
Yeah, it looks like me, doesn't it?
All right, and this is on the balcony of the United States Hotel with President McKinley or someone, it says.
How about Pacific Avenue from Sovereign Avenue looking eastward?
All right, that's neat.
That's neat. Looking eastward, that means uptown.
That's right. What's on the other side of this?
On the other side of that is, turn it around.
All right, hold on. There you go. What do we got there? I'll tell you what you got there. If this was North Carolina, you move the camera to here. Here's North Carolina and Pacific with the church steeple. Where's this, Connie's bookstore? That's where it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, here's another
Right,
place
between
close
North
by.
Carolina and South Carolina.
Same area, early 1857.
Same area, real early. Look at how early that is.
Oldest hotel in the city at Turnpike Bridge,
Right,
which is Florida in the
This is out where the
Bay.
Bell Telephone Company is at Florida in the Bay out there. They call it Turnpike
Right
or
on.
Island Avenue.
And Save Bader Field, first commercial airfield, 1909. Charles Lindbergh stopped there. Right?
Right, what is this, the train?
Got to stop everything
No, it's
from
the first flight. That's the plane taking off with stewardesses.
No doubt about it. Got to stop everything from letting it all dilapidate so that they can tear it down. Somebody's got to do something somewhere around there. Save something.
All right, there's some old
All right.
pictures of Atlantic City.
Here's a horse and carriage in the building of the boardwalk. That was Atlantic City. See that? They're
Right,
building
that's
something on
very
the
old.
boardwalk there. Hello. Hey, here. How about a picture of Chelsea Avenue?
No, it's not Chelsea Avenue.
Oh,
It's,
okay. What is it?
it's
What's your
Arctic,
thumb there?
it's Arctic Avenue in Chelsea, if you can see it.
All right.
Right here, Arctic, facing from like Arkansas towards Albany Avenue.
The beachfront
Right,
was at Pacific Avenue, a quarter mile from the surf.
that's right.
The island was rift with streaks of wooden, meaning trees and everything, trails throughout the city.
All right.
Okay, pretty
Then
good.
here's what we'd
more.
like to do.
I got more. The other
got
side.
more.
Flip side, man.
Okay, he's got more
This
pictures.
is Russell Levan's book. It's a most beautiful book. Some of them I'm going to pass right now. Here's the most famous picture of at night. How about that?
That is heavy.
Okay, describe that. Describe, man.
That's a steel pier and steeplechase pier
Hello.
with all the lights and everything else going with it. I used to like to walk from here, from the ballroom along this outer side of the bulwark where it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Here's the high divers and the musicians from the pier.
Here's the diving collegians.
All right. Hello. And a kiddies review. Not allowed to have them anymore. Your name and headlines in today's press.
Oh, they would
I
show you.
might say that the press is here right now.
There it is.
Tom Peel's doing a story, a feature.
What is it?
Photographs. You may have seen it already.
Atlantic City Press, your name and headlines in today's Atlantic City Press. They put
How
your
about
name
that?
and address and headlines for you from the Atlantic City Press printing presses right on the bulwark at $1 Million Pier.
Right, you have to do something of significance to get in the paper, so everybody else ought to try to...
Here's what they also used to
Do
do
something.
on $1 Million Pier. They had roller skating,
No
and
kidding.
it's good to show the scenery shots instead of the
Now, I
still.
asked you before, what famous Atlantic City person started out as an usher in the Virginia Theater? 1960.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, man. Me, man.
Oh,
Okay, wait till you're looking for a little plug.
yeah, you're famous. Come on.
Infamous.
Look at that. These chair can say.
Hello. Here's Wade Levan selling newspaper. No, it's just a photograph of where he used to set up. I think it is him. Mr. Levan is here. Come in, Mr. Levan. How do you do, sir?
Here, let him come this way.
Come right into Johnny over.
All the way around wide.
While
You
we're
take my
live,
seat.
we have a few minutes. The author of this book is here, and we've been flipping through the pages.
No,
right-
come around that way.
Yeah, come around. Help him out.
Far away.
How about that? This guy's no spring chicken, but he's here.
Right here, real quick.
Mr.
and just
Levan.
talk to Joe. How you doing?
How you doing, Mr. Levan?
You all right, Russ?
Have a seat, Russ.
Go ahead, have a seat.
We only have
first.
a few minutes anyway. It's good, though. Maybe we'll stay for the next show. You want to come back next Sunday, too, maybe?
No, I have a tough time with my wife
I
and the nurse.
understand.
and,
I took care of my mom for days. This is Russell Levan. This is his book. He put a book together of hundreds and hundreds of pages.
These are my books, too.
You're an author of all sorts. Russell
That's
Levan, I
right.
read it. What book's this?
That there is on Pennsylvania German on my family.
Oh,
It
man.
took me 40 years.
Historian. This
This
is why
is the
people
Morris
have to buy
Guards.
your book. Morris Guards, across the street here, founded in
That
Atlantic City,
is
1887. The oldest independent military organization in the world, I guess. In
Yeah.
the world. Not
Yeah,
just
they don't
Atlantic
have it in
City.
Europe because I'm very friendly. You know who my friend is?
Tell me.
From General Rommel's staff, an officer. I'm trying to get him to write. He and I
write a
write
book.
every week.
Now, what's this one?
This is the first part of the book. It is now ready to come out. Southern version of the Civil War.
The Southern version.
And it'll be released in England and this country at the same time.
You wrote this.
Yeah, it
And
took
you-
me 40 years.
What are you saying? Some publishing company has seeked
Oh,
you out
sure.
to write another book. I'm looking at these books. You're an author.
Yeah, I got other ones.
Maybe I ought to start being an
I
author.
mean, this is research.
Well, listen, let's talk about this book you put together. Is this you here? Is this you? Is that you?
No, no.
But did you do that? Sell papers on a bulwark or something?
Oh, did I? I was one of the best hustlers in Atlantic City.
Who's your
That's what they
friend?
call
Is
them.
Joe Brodsky your friend?
Yeah, very much.
Did he tell you what he and I did for Atlantic City by saving the diving bell? Did he ever tell you the story?
Yes, he did.
The contractor was taking it for scrap.
Right.
And he said, we were in the construction trades, working with the city. We said, hey, you want to save some money hauling that all the way up to Jersey? Why don't you just put it over in Gardner's Basin? We gave him a map of the city like this. We showed him where Gardner's Basin was. The diving bell's over at Gardner's Basin.
Let me tell you a quick story on that.
On this
The
picture
reason
here?
I took this,
Yes.
that's in front of Childs.
Okay.
They had a little indentation in the back. You weren't allowed to lay papers on the boardwalk.
That's right, illegal.
Okay, you know it was illegal.
I'm inspector.
Okay. And Charlie Arlen, you didn't know him.
No.
He was a blind man. He had the okay for that spot. He would buy shoes for $50, $70 a pair, take the most beautiful girls out and everything else. Everybody coming down the boardwalk, eat a challenge, they bought papers from him.
Hello.
When a day he didn't show up, I squeezed in there.
You
And
roughed this stuff?
well, I took the spot. So when he disappeared, I tried to rent it from Childs, and they wouldn't do it. And so this other fellow...
Sounds like the hot dog wars in Atlantic City.
That's it. Any of those things, everything there is, if you'll notice,
Yes, sir.
it's here.
Yes.
This is what you call a proof. If a picture don't have this mark,
Right, I dig it.
that makes it legal.
I hear you. Now listen, how can people get this book?
Well, I only got 3 left. I only got 3
They
left.
have to put orders in, put money down,
No.
and maybe you'll...
No, there won't be another one. It's too big
That's it?
and too expensive,
Uh-huh.
and whoever has them has a historic
That's it.
situation. Now,
I got one.
I'm going to give you the little scoop. There might be something else, similar,
Uh-oh, breaking news.
newer stuff, same stuff, and more reasonable.
You know any of these guys in this
I'm
photograph?
giving you that is it, and I won't go any further, but it's in the wind.
Breaking news.
Ready to go.
Who are these guys in this photograph? You were a police officer in the city of Atlantic City, were you not? Good. You can check it out. I'll show it on screen later. Who you got there? Motorcycle Squad, covering the Miss America pack.
Yeah,
Who you got?
there's my good friend right back there. He was Chief Cade.
Okay, Chief
Bill
Cade.
Cade, yeah.
All right, what do you got here? This is this Santora?
That's Fuzzy. He and I worked out together at the Y.
Who's this, McAvati? This is
It looks
Lockney.
like Mac Batty, but I had never known him to smile like
This is
that.
Lockney.
Yeah, right.
This is Hauserman in there?
Houseman would have to be in there, but
Don Goff is where here?
yeah, that's good.
Oh, Don Goff?
Oh,
where?
yeah.
Oh, no, right there, Don Goff.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see if we can get a close-up, maybe. Maria's good at it. These are the motorcycle squad in the 50s of Atlantic City that covered Miss America. We have Don Goff in the top here, Chief Cade here, Santoro here, possibly McAvati there. Hauserman, Lockney next to Miss America here. So,
Well, the 6 beauties, and first thing, in 1935, there's a picture in my book that gives the 2 beauties and the 6 officers who was, what the heck was his name, the Indian, the big guy.
Chief two?
Melvin.
Melvin.
Melvin,
I'm a
yeah.
youngster.
And this is, as I said, 1935. That's when Cravat started the pageant up again.
Frank P. Cravat.
That's
So you
it,
worked for him, right? You were the Steel Pier manager?
Many
is this true?
times, and he helped start me in business. His partner, his bookkeeper was my partner.
Okay, you controlled all the books for Steel
Well,
Pier?
we had 7 blocks of beaches when I got through.
You meet any stars?
And, stars,
Okay.
what are you talking about? Here's the thing that I get, you hear Chicken Bone Beach.
I heard of it.
You heard of it. Everybody knows of them. Now, there's nobody knows it like me because I started. I was there 37 years.
That's why I asked you to come by, man.
It was only vacant beach.
What's your age?
83.
Did you do the trolleys? We're going to run a trolley clip while you talk.
No trolleys for me. I was always on a boardwalk.
Yeah. Didn't you own the store at Ocean and Pacific or St.
Ocean Pacific, 1339. That's
You do
where
book in there?
Huh? Oh. One thing I didn't do.
I hear you.
I booked numbers.
Yeah.
But you stayed away from horses because once you get to horses or anything similar, you're on the vice squad list.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
Okay. Charlie
Now,
Wan and them guys?
I went on the police department from that store.
I hear you.
All right?
Yeah, good. You knew what was up.
And I knew what was up. So then I was on the police department, and I'm the only one that had this. Till the 1950s, when I started to go in the beach business, and we expounded and expanded everything to do with the beach. The city of Atlantic City, through the commissioners, thought I was a policeman good enough. They left me, and I have at home my badge, and every year I was renewed as an officer of Atlantic City down to 1982.
You never retired.
Never retired.
Listen, we're going to go to a trolley clip, which is good, but keep talking.
Show the clip.
Show the clip. Check that out. You remember these days?
How's that, Ross?
Well, trolleys, I remember the trolleys, but I don't, I was always above Pacific Avenue. Let's put it that way.
I hear you. Atlantic Avenue. Look at that. We put the book out. We put just about every page in there in this show. You
And
gotta
one
watch
of
this
this
show.
here, this just came
Okay.
from Max Schmeling.
There's my mother's store there behind.
He wrote me a note. I wrote to him,
Max
and
Schmeling.
he's in the book. He's still living. He's 90-some years old.
And he said to say hello.
Hey,
and he's a
that's
fan
right.
of the Postcard
That's right.
Show.
That's right.
Fantastic. Look at this. Look at that. There we go.
This is how I got my data. I knew these people. That's Nucky Johnson.
I hear you. You knew him?
Huh?
He's still around.
Very, very,
He's still
very.
around?
Huh? No, he died a long time ago.
the people. I hear you. Look at Down Beach. You ever go down beach? Check that
Oh,
out.
well, I used to go down there and fish when I was on the pier in 1930s. I taught Mo Brains how to fish. Did you know Mo Brains?
He was the publicity director
Yeah,
for
that's
the
right.
city of Atlantic.
He was the one that got me on the pier.
Fantastic.
He wrestled. See, we all worked out at the Y.
And the Morris Guards.
No, not the, well, Morris Guards came a little bit after. But at the Y, we wrestled and everything else. And he took the weightlifters and that because you had big crowds on the pier. And you needed what you call professional bouncers practically
Okay.
to handle that. And that's how we got on. Mo Brains was chief of service on the pier.
Real quick, we're going off the air soon. Read the credits. Russell, the author, Lady Levan.
New York has its lady, San Francisco the Bay, Paris has its tower, London its queen. The town I was born in might change from old to new. That's something I must tell you. I've got sand in my shoes. I'll never leave Atlantic City. I'll never go too far away. I'll never leave Atlantic City. On the boardwalk, the song, people come every day, taking the salt air, walk on its beaches, might ride in rolling chairs. When they look at the brand new, think of the old days, things they used to do. Atlantic City, my hometown, I won't forget Atlantic City. I'll never leave